Okay, so next we are going to talk about somatoform disorders, or somatization disorders. So it's actually the main one is called a somatoform, and it's a disorder that takes the place, or I'm sorry, takes the form of bodily illnesses and symptoms, but there are no real physical causes. So if you already watched the video that was above, you will notice that that definitely gave a great explanation. I just wanted to go through so you knew what your slides said. It occurs when a person manifests a psychological problem through physiological symptoms. Now, this is different than people who are trying to get attention through physical complaints. And we've probably met those people. These people, though, truly believe that they have the symptomology that they have, even though there really is nothing physically wrong with them. So there's two types. The first one is called hypochondriasis. And let me get this down here so you can see it. Okay. So hypochondriasis, it is a somatoform disorder in which the person is terrified of being sick and worries constantly, going to the doctors repeatedly and becoming preoccupied with every sensation in their body. And so again, this person is not doing this for attention. They are scared of getting sick. WebMD should not be their friend, but unfortunately it probably is one of their main staples of, I'm not going to call it entertainment, but it's what they spend their time doing, is looking up. They notice every little thing that is going on in their body, and they automatically think, oh, it's something terrible. I must be dying. So let's take a common complaint that you might have. Let's say you get a headache. Okay, we've all had a headache most likely. Whenever they get a headache, though, they automatically go to, I must have a brain tumor, and they will make a doctor's appointment for that. These individuals do have frequent physical complaints, but again, the doctors are always unable to locate a cause. Here's what's tough with this, is when the person really does get sick, it kind of validates them always going to the doctor, and that does not help. They usually, like I said, believe that a minor issue like a headache, upset stomach, are indicative of more severe illnesses. Somatization disorder is a somatoform disorder in which the person dramatically complains of a specific symptom, such as nausea, difficulty swallowing, or pain for which there is no real cause. So an individual with this disorder, they really do seem pretty theatrical and dramatic. I had somebody in my family who had this, and if she had anything, like one day I was visiting her for Christmas, and it was like a couple of days before, and we had just arrived, so we were sitting around talking, and she mentioned she had a headache. Well, most of us would be like, I'm sorry, go take some Tylenol or something. She truly started like yelling, doesn't anybody care about my headache? I think I'm going to die. And she was okay. She was not dying. But again, these individuals really struggle with that. They become overly dramatic about it. The last one is called a conversion disorder. This is a somatoform disorder in which the person experiences a specific symptom in the somatic nervous system function, such as paralysis, numbness, or blindness, for which there is no physical cause. So I get asked a lot when it comes to this diagnosis, is this the same thing as phantom pains? So if you don't know what a phantom pain is, if somebody has an amputation of some sort, let's say they have an amputated foot. The foot is no longer present, but they will still feel pain or itching or something down there. The answer is this is not the same as phantom pains. Phantom pains have a reason that they're there. The nerve endings have been cut, and the healing process is still taking place. And because of that, it's kind of playing tricks on the brain. That eventually, I think, does get better with time. It just takes a very long time. Conversion disorder is different in the fact that a person literally can go blind but have no reason. A lot of times this is due to maybe a trauma, some kind of trauma, not a physical trauma, but an emotional trauma. But again, sometimes it's very difficult to pinpoint what exactly is the reason behind it. So the next set of slides we're going to go over is dissociative disorder. This is where stuff gets good, so you'll want to join me for the next lecture.